Hello, everybody. I'm Jason the Nice One, and welcome to the channel and to our tribute tonight to Matthew Lawrence, the late great Matthew Lawrence, and our watch party of my favorite comedy, romantic comedy of his, 3 to Tango. Very happy to be here with you guys, and welcome to the chat. Also for those who will be watching on replay later. Very glad to have you, and very grateful for your support of the channel. I'm so very thankful for that. Just a few housekeeping notes before we begin. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps with the algorithms, as well as if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That will give you updates on when things are uploaded to the channel and upcoming events that are happening as well. Well, I'm not going to wait anymore. I've got a special guest on hand that's knocking on the door, and she's going to share her feelings about Matthew Perry, and as well as myself. And also, as I've stated in the chat, feel free to talk about anything that you would like in the chat when you join in. And there's no judgment here. I think you feel free to express what he meant to you and his work meant to you. That's what we're here for. And we'll be doing that for a little bit before we start the watch party. So please welcome to the chat my dear friend Carey from Carey Craves Cinema. Here's Carey. Hi,
Hello.
Carey. How are you?
Honored to be here, especially for this.
Definitely. I'm so happy that I decided I had to do this for him because he's such a special guy and such an incredible human being.
Yes. Yes, he was.
And one thing that's always admired about him was the fact how he turned his life around and how I got to read his book, and it's an amazing book. It's an amazing journey that he went through and to raise himself out of addiction. And I actually had my oldest son go through alcoholism. It's a rough thing. It's really, really is rough. And he turned himself around and created a foundation and created a home and all that for those that come to get help when they needed it, to help to get over those addictions. I admire that so much. And it's just amazing for me. And Val's in the chat. She just mentioned in the helmet that how she was so surprised to hear that when Matthew passed away, and I think so was I as well. I just was so shocked.
I was shocked too.
Nowhere. Definitely. It was just, this whole month has been that way with Suzanne Summers and Sissy Spacek, and then as well as Richard Roundtree, which is another one that really shocked me. And oh my goodness, so many deaths and so much happening this month. My goodness, it seemed like everything was happening this month for everybody.
Yeah, and, it's been a rough month.
Yeah, it really has. And I lost my nephew. He's the first child out of my immediate family. My own brother just above me. He's a teaching pilot at flight school, and he was in California, and he was flying a young man. He had 3 kids. Flying him for his last solo flight to get his licensure. He was trying to get on with Delta Airlines to get a new future for his family, and they didn't make it. It was complete. The investigation said it was mechanical failure. And I thought, oh my gosh. He was 40.
This happened this month?
Yeah.
Oh. October has just been a nightmare.
Yeah, it has been. And so I spent some time on last week before with my brother my 2 brothers, my sister on stream, because we're all separated. He's in Florida, my other brother is in Hawaii, and my sister's up in Wyoming, and just to spend time together and help him out. He's 74, and There's a lot of PTSD issues. He was a Vietnam vet.
Mm.
And I don't know how much longer he's going to be with us. This is his baby. Just devastated him. I don't blame. This is horrible out of nowhere. And all they have left is his ashes on the mantelpiece. He was such a kind soul, and all these people passing, all these good people passing. It's part of life, I guess, but it's hard. It's rough.
Trust me, I know all about it because I just lost a very dear friend just last week, and we didn't see it coming. Like I just talked to her like a day before, and we were laughing and we were doing what we do, and then I got a text saying that she passed in her sleep, and it was a shock to everyone. We didn't understand. It happened, and we've been trying to process it and trying to heal all together.
Yes. Oh, a dear friend of mine, that happened a couple of years ago. He was in perfect health. Nothing. I can't even know what the word is. It's not mortician, but the one that does the autopsies, and they could find a coroner. They could find nothing wrong with him. His system, organs, everything were in perfect condition. He was 32, and they don't know what happened. He died. They had no idea. And he just recently celebrated his first anniversary with his wife, and they're planning a family. And it's a director friend of mine, and it was just really sad. Sometimes you just don't know why it happens.
Nope.
But maybe I'd have you share something. I thought you might want to share anything that you'd like to share, Carey, about some of your memories, your fondest memories of his work, or Matthew Perry's work, or what his work meant to you.
Well, the greatest way I can say it is growing up, my whole family, we grew up with loving movies. And I just have a lot of memories when we would watch a lot of his movies. Like as they came out, we enjoyed them. We all seemed to have our own adoration and our love for his acting. And then when we got into Friends, my whole family, we all adored Friends. We still do. We still talk about it. We still talk about our favorite episodes, our favorite moments. And almost every single moment that we talk about, it has Chandler in it.
Yes.
Because he was very memorable, and he just had a presence about him. And I was watching bloopers the other day, and I didn't know this, but apparently, or maybe you know this, but he would pop into scenes that weren't even his scenes, and he would pull pranks on people. And I was watching like the top 10 moments of these, and I just could not stop laughing. And I'm like, wow.
I've seen that video.
To know that he had that presence. He loved making people smile.
Oh my gosh. He did. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. He was something else. I love it. There's always that type of actors I've had my experience with. They love to play practical jokes on you and sneak in and do things. I had one that it was closing night's a big one in theater, where they love to play pranks on you, and it really makes me angry. Sometimes they do it at the most inopportune moments. And we were doing a Arsenic and Old Lace. I don't know if you're familiar with that piece, that comedy, and I was to be looking in the premise of that. I don't know if you're familiar with that story. Is these two old ladies, or sisters, they feel they're doing this service for old men that are dying or alone and so lonely that they have them over for tea, and they feed them arsenic laced wine, and then they bury them in the basement. They think they're doing a service for them and all that. And I was supposed to look into they would keep them in they just had tea, and then they had a body in the window seat. I looked in or whatever, and my fellow actor that was in it, he was lying in there stark naked. I had to put my head into the thing to stop from laughing. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
That would definitely get you off guard.
It's like, we have a live audience. We're a sold-out audience, like 300 people in the audience, and you're doing this to me. I could see Matthew Lawrence. I'm doing great. I've got Matthews on my mind today. But yeah, Matthew, he was something he would do like that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I could see him
And
doing something like that.
and I can get this to work. And hey man, welcome to the chat. I'm so glad to see you.
Hey, May.
Oh my goodness, man, you're awesome. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
We're just reminiscing about Matthew Perry, taking some memories, and feel free in the chat to share any of yours that you have. And he was someone that was amazing to me. How he the big thing for me too is how he changed his life around, and that was a big one. And I'm not meaning to plug anything, but I'm going to share something here real quick. If any of you are not familiar with him, let me make sure I've got this here. And this is his name of his book. If you haven't read it, it's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. It's an amazing book. I
Yeah, I
highly
definitely
recommend
want
it.
to read it.
It's just amazing what he accomplished and what he went through. And you can tell once you've read it, you can actually watch the series again and watch those moments where he was falling down, when he was picking himself up, and how so many people were fooled, by it. They didn't realize what was happening in
Yeah,
his
'cause
life.
he said he didn't even remember half of filming half of
yeah.
the Friends, which is crazy. You would have never. I mean, I didn't see a difference.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to see that. It's very hard to see that when they're doing that. It's like my eldest son. He fooled me. I had no idea he was having. I admire him. He came to me before anybody really got bad, and he just said, "Dad, I'm gonna check myself in. It's getting bad, and I don't want to do it before it gets any worse." And I was so proud of him that he did that. And he's been 10 years sober now. And Matthew Lawrence was a big influence on him. And we all would sit and make things because we all loved Friends. We would laugh, and that's another thing I admired him about. He was in the cast. They were really the first ones to really be so brave and bold that they demanded to be paid what they were worth as a
They
cast.
should.
And the thing what got me, they had everything going for them, because that particular piece is an ensemble piece, and you could take one of them out of there, that doesn't work. It would never work.
No.
And then so they end up doing, I think it was the 4th season, they got toward where they were almost $1.5 million an episode. And they got to that point, and I was happy for them. I know people criticize that, but like, you don't realize the amount of money that those shows generate in advertising revenue, and people. I think even in general out here in the real world, if you contribute to a company and you work hard for them, you need to be paid what you're worth, not what they think your job's worth. But that's another.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. It's still one of the highest viewed TV shows.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
even to this day.
Oh my goodness! And I have the whole series on video, and I love it. Oh my gosh, it just is
I'm
amazing.
rewatching it again. And I actually got teary-eyed because I was just watching the Thanksgiving episode, and when he had the grilled cheese, and for some reason when he was just talking, like I was choking up.
Yeah, I was starting to when I did that intro, that little piece. I was like, why did I do that to myself?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But I think it's one of my favorite photos of his. But it amazed me, his work. And like I was sharing with you, I had some experience being an extra on that show on Friends, and it was so funny. And I was there when they did that famous pivot scene. I've never seen laugh so hard in my life. I just nearly, wet myself. I'm serious. It was just.
No, I don't blame you, because even watching the episode, like, you can't stop laughing. And I always wondered how they were able to get through that scene.
2 hours. 2 hours. I remember that, or something like that. It was something like that. I can't remember. It was probably less than that, but it seemed like that forever, because it was just so funny. They just, oh my gosh. The material is so funny. I don't know how. There's always, you get that material that in anything when it's well written. Oh my goodness. It's like I remember doing. That's when I met my husband or whatever. Was we did I was in Texas, and the show, the theater I'd done for shows forever. I started when I was 8. That's when I started my theater career, and we were doing. He and my husband, we were playing Leo and Max, and the producers. Mel Brooks is an amazing musical version of that. And there were lines and that stuff like that. You just can't help but stop. It would stop rehearsals. I'm like, I can't get through this. This man's a genius. He's so funny. When the writing, it's true. Was it Aristophanes? Someone said that dying is easy, comedy is hard. It's true.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh heavens! I just remember what was the one line I remember. We have good lines. I was doing rehearsals in a. It was actually in a performance. There was a line that I don't know if you've ever seen that. So I would love to do a watch party of that musical. Producers, it's so funny.
Oh, the producers?
Mm-hmm.
Is that with Robin Williams and... Or am I thinking of something else?
It's Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick.
Okay, and I was thinking of Nathan Lane, but for some reason... No, I'm thinking of The Birdcage.
Birdcage, that's based on Lacage, yeah, that's another one I love. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I had like both of them like mixed together for some reason, because I was thinking of Nathan Lane, but I was also thinking of Robin
Williams. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And there's a scene or whatever in there where he getting all the money out of the safe, and he's like, hello boys. I said, nobody knows what I went through to get you. And the secretary's, Ula does you had to stoop over the little lady in New York. And my line was, that's right, and I had the denture bites to prove it.
That's funny.
I had to do that because I couldn't. One night it stopped the show. It just literally, we couldn't go on. It was just so funny. And I was looking here. Valid puts on the chat. I was wondering to read what she was saying. And,
yeah, I was reading some of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was just reading an article yesterday with his pickleball coach and saying he was even bringing other recovering addicts to try pickleball because it was really helping him focus on his sobriety. That's really neat.
Yeah, they said he was playing pickleball actually before he went into the hot tub.
Oh, wow.
So they don't know if maybe it was a little bit of exhaustion as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
On the park behind us here, we're getting a pickleball court. I didn't even know what it was until the other day when I read about it.
I don't know much about pickleball.
Either. And I had to say hi to Harcat. Dad, nice to see you here. Nice to have you here. And glad to have you in the chat with us. And we're just sharing reminiscences of Matthew Lawrence. Matthew Lawrence? Why do I think Matthew Lawrence? Matthew Perry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I think Robin Williams, I was reading an article or something about, I was reading about, watching something about Mrs. Doubtfire. That's why I have him on they were interviewing him.
He was probably talking about Mrs. Doubtfire.
All that they were talking about. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, he's just some of the funniest. And the thing about that whole cast, they were so down to earth and such kind people, and so many people. The way they treated each other, and it was just awesome the way they did. And I didn't realize, I can't remember what. See, some of the names, I'm horrible with names. Oh my gosh, the blonde,
Lisa Kudrow.
I didn't realize she was the oldest of all of them. I didn't know that. I didn't realize she was in her mid-60s. I had no idea. She looks good for her 60s.
Wait, whoa. That woman's in her 60s?
Yeah.
No way. That woman's amazing.
I was just like...
Yes. I'm like, whatever you're doing, please tell me.
Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness. She's just, that whole cast was just...
I know, because they all bring something to the table. That's the thing. That's why that show worked so well, because each and every one, they played off of each other. Their chemistry was golden. It was perfection. I mean, you can't say enough about how amazing that show was.
I love those ensemble shows like that. I mean, it played the way for like Frasier and for Will and Grace. These ensemble shows that just hit the ground running. All of them did, and it was so amazing. I love friendship and family dynamics, and it was just, oh my gosh. I came to it late because when it first came out, I was in school. I was so busy I didn't watch it. And then about later when I don't call it, that's when I started watching it. And I just started binge watching. I couldn't stop. I said, this show is so funny. And
I was watching it as it came out.
The dynamic between him and Rachel, that whole thing. I was so waiting to see what would happen at the end. I said, don't mess this up. And they didn't. I read somewhere, I think it was just recently, that he's the one that gave him. It was supposed to be her line at the last scene or whatever. It said, "Let's get some coffee," and she gave it to him. She felt it was proper that he give that last line above anybody else in the cast. That was so neat. And so it's, oh my gosh, I just will never forget that, the dynamic between him and the guys. And there's so many memories about that. And the movie we're going to watch tonight, oh my gosh, Three to Tango, Oscar Novak. Oh my gosh.
And the thing is, I know that Matthew Perry, he wanted to be known more than just Chandler. And in my opinion, every movie that I've seen him in, which I've seen all of the movies that he was in, Full Russian, Whole 9 Yards, Whole 10 Yards, Three to Tango, Almost Heroes. I love that movie. Him and Chris Farley, that movie doesn't get enough attention. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Because their dynamic, it's just, it's too good. And then Three to Tango, awesome. This is a perfect rom-com.
It really is. And the chemistry he has with Neve Campbell is just so amazing. And she's so delightful. She's just goofy. And I love her. Just that, it's not Sydney, it's just this goofy side of her that,
Girl Next Door.
If anybody hasn't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but we would know about the whole famous cafe scene. I cannot get over that. When anybody would eat what they eat.
I know, it's so gross. It's so gross.
I just thought that was so funny. The things they get into, and oh my gosh, Oliver Platt, the whole. I love. We'll see it when we see it if anybody hasn't seen it. But that my favorite thing is I find so funny is when I can play around with my straight friends and just make them feel so uncomfortable because like, especially when they sit there and think, well, I just don't know if you're looking at me. I'm like, don't flatter yourself, please give me a break. But then now to have him, and Matthew pulls it off so well, a straight man making his straight friends feel uncomfortable. I think it's hysterical. It's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen.
I know. I love what he does. There's many lines in this that are just very memorable.
And Fools Rush In. That's another good movie.
Yep. Yeah, him and Selma Hayek.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's another one I love. I haven't seen that one.
And Serving Sarah. Yeah. Him and Elizabeth Hurley. So good.
It's amazing to me how the wealth of movies he's done, and so many of these actors don't get all of them do. All of them with this, even Lisa Kudrow and
David Schwimmer, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox.
Even her dramatic roles like, blow me away. Jennifer Aniston's and his new one. I don't know if you've seen with. Oh my gosh, this is horrible tonight. Long week.
If you explain it, maybe I'll.
Oh, come on, Gail. Oh my gosh. Gail and Scream. Why can't Courtney Cox? Oh my gosh. This is bad fan.
Oh, were you thinking of what her name was?
No, but her new show. Oh my.
Oh, Shining Vale.
I will never forget the episode. I remember this. I thought I had ruined this laptop. I thought I'm going to have to get a new laptop because I think they show it on Netflix. Where that's the scene they show when they preview the series. But when she's sitting there with that medium or whatever, and she thinks I think a ghost is my boyfriend. I spewed water all over the computer. I thought, pardon me, man, what did you just say? And she just says it like, whatever. She's so casual about it. And I think that's what I love about
perfect actress.
Matthew. All of them, they just work so well together. And I love ensemble pieces. It's so much fun as my personal experience as an actor to be able to have a good ensemble that you can play off of each other. It doesn't matter, trust one another, that you could just go for it. Just go for it. I have so many memories of that, and even some of the biggest stars. I worked with some big name stars for scholarship fundraisers and that, and they're all so incredible. They're incredible artists. You're their equal. They don't care. We're all artists. And I also wanted to say hi to come into the chat, Sean. Hi, nice to see you.
Hey, Sean.
That you've joined us, and I remember I think it was Katie or somebody had done the recent review of Sweeney Todd, the movie,
That's a
and
good one.
I I was in the stage version of it years ago, but when we did it, of course, here in Utah, give me a break. There was some lines were in the end of Act One, the Little Priest song, that they cut some dialogue. So I wasn't had forgotten or didn't even realize, and I actually it was so much fun. I got to do. We were doing a scholarship and bring a lot of celebs in, whatever they're helping. We're helping the Fine Arts Center down in Cedar City, where I went to, where it was the home of the Shakespeare Festival, and we did a scholarship fundraising, and I got to actually do that number with Angela Lansbury. It's probably one of the greatest honors of my life. She was so sweet, and we started into that whole song. We're just doing the song, and she came out with the line that I guess that we cut, and I just don't. It was been about 3 or 4 years before that I'd done the show, and I didn't even think about it. I hadn't even. I thought I've never heard, and she comes out with this line that just absolutely threw me. Live on stage, we're just doing something, but there's a question where she says, if something about do you prefer rear admiral? And I said, no, too salty, I prefer general. She comes right to me real close, her funny self. But this is Eglantine Price, people. And she says, with or without his privates. With is extra.
Nice.
And I'd say, and I could think, but I find that she was just this great artist that just made you feel comfortable playing along, and you have to respond to that naturally. You don't just let that go. And I just looked at her and I'm like, ew. And she laughed. She said, you cheeky monkey. Under her breath, she says, let's get this effing thing over with. And we start finishing the number. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And so some of these celebrities they were in, and I saw moments like that with Matthew. Like he would do stuff like that. They'd come up with stuff, or they'd stop in scenes because they would, they would just, one would do something and they just admired each other so much, and they'd blow each other away. And comedy is really good. And I always, comedy is very hard to do. It's not, you're either born with it or you're not. You can't. Comic timing isn't. You can't really learn comic timing. It just happens.
Yeah.
He had some of the greatest at all, and it's one of the greatest. Sean, you live in Utah? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's cool. And Val, yes, there is a sequel to that. It's called The Whole 10 Yards.
The Whole 10 Yards. I haven't seen that one. Ooh, I gotta see that one. Put it on my watch list.
It's been a while. Like, I saw them when they first came out. I need to see them again.
Oh.
Because him and Bruce Willis, they're fantastic together. Did you hear about the bet that they had?
No.
Okay, so I saw this in an interview. So Matthew and Bruce, they had a bet. They bet on who was right on the box office numbers. Matthew was right. So he said, if I win the bet, you will cameo on Friends.
Oh.
And that's why Bruce is in Friends. And I will tell you, his character is gold.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I loved him. I love his cameo.
I love those cameos. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Horror Cat knows. He lost the bet and he had to guest star.
There's so many of that happens in Hollywood. So many great stories that I love reading those. I remember the one that got me was between the friendship between Harrison Ford and Tom Selleck. I can't even imagine this.
I was going to say, that's an interesting combo there.
Tom Selleck was the producer's first choice for Indiana Jones, if you can believe that.
I wouldn't have expected that.
And so that he did, but then he had just finished auditioning and had been notified that he got Magnum PI. And at this point in his career, he had done I think it was over 40 or something pilots that all failed.
Oh, wow.
His career, he tried now, and you never know when they're gonna happen or they're not gonna happen. And he, but the writer strike happened at the time. How ironic. And at that time, and he felt his integrity was, I can't do this. If the writer strike ends and then Magnum PI starts, I can't live with myself if I go off and do Indiana Jones. And so he said, no, I can't do it. I said, I've promised this. I've contracted with Magnum PI. I've just got to sit it out. And so Harrison Ford got it. He sat there and watched for all those months in Hawaii, him filming that. And then, sure enough, writer's strike ended. He got Magnum PI, and the rest is history with him and Harrison Ford. And Tom, there's a joke between the two of them. He says, he always looks at Harrison Ford. He says, you owe me your career, buddy. He will never let him live it down. Then he gave him that. That's always
I
those
think
different.
they both have great careers. So
They do. Oh my gosh.
Funny you mentioned Tom Selleck because he played Richard in Friends.
That's right. He did. Oh my gosh. He's started with the best.
Mm-hmm.
And
they had so many good cameos in Friends.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I loved his cameos.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I think that's my favorite thing because it's about the age difference between the two. And that's why it's so funny. I still, to this day, I think we've, oh my gosh, has it been some...
It didn't really bother me, though. Because I felt like they're dynamic together. Like, they fit, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did. They definitely, yeah, I always loved that story because my husband and I have known each other for 14 years. Only been married for, it'll be 4 on Valentine's Day next year. And people have made fun of us because the age difference is 20 years age difference. I'm like,
who cares? Who cares?
My favorite friend when I first met when we were talking about something, and this was before I met him, and went down. I was doing a show just before I went down to Texas where we did that show when we first met, and something we were talking about. Say another name. I can't. Played in Hairspray. Oh my gosh.
Is it John Travolta?
In High School Musical. The lead. Oh my gosh.
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron. She had this photo of this big spread he had in GQ, and it was one of the famous ones where he was shirtless and he was planking off of a parking meter. It was a ridiculous photo. And she's looking, going, "Is that?" And she said in front of everybody, in front of half the cast, we were in the green room, and she goes, "Come on, Jason, you couldn't tell me that you really wouldn't want to tap that." And I thought, "Excuse me." I'm like, woman, you are. I mean, she's the same age as I was. You're a married mother of 2 daughters. You do realize we're both old enough to be that boy's parents. And she looked at me and she said, "Jason, you're just as much of a chicken hawk as I am a cougar."
I mean, he's easy on the eyes, so.
What, chicken hawk? What the heck? Found out later what that means. And then I meet my husband. It's so funny. We make fun of it, but who cares? You love each other, it doesn't matter. That's why I think I love that. That's why I love that romance between Tom Selleck and Ray. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It was so great, and she fouled it up, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Chandler got her, so I'm wondering that was what was important.
Yeah, I think they were the perfect couple, so.
Oh, they were. And is there anybody in the chat that would like to share anything? Feel free. I'd love to hear it. We've got time. We can do that during the movie as well, the watch party, if any of you're staying to watch, hopefully, and you can think of memories or things that you loved about him and his work, and he was amazing. And for those of you that are interested, I really want to get this before we start, just to make sure that you guys, that I have put in the description the where you can get the you go on the Roku channel or Tubi free with ads, or you can rent it on Amazon Prime. And I think Carey and I are going to watch it on Tubi.
Yeah.
I've never experienced
it. Leave you behind.
I don't know if I've never tried it on Roku what their ads are like. I don't mind. I realized, I don't mind YouTube ads if it's free with ads on YouTube, because you can skip them.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie,
you can't skip these.
You can't skip these.
I ended up actually buying 3 to Tango on Amazon. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna rent this. I'm buying it. So I did.
Yeah. I
gave in.
I know I've done that sometimes. I've done that to purchases and I've never seen the movie. I'm like, what are you doing? But they end up being sometimes really good, great choices. And I did that. I just did it out of the blue. I guess because it was such a good deal. I thought before Saw X came out, I said all 9 films for $15. I bought it off of iTunes.
Wait, which one?
All 5, all 10, all 9 Saw movies. And one time
Nice.
they had it for sale. I thought, okay, what the heck? I don't regret it. I'm glad I have them. And it's amazing.
It's
Some
an
of the
amazing franchise.
and that's the other thing I miss sometimes. Would love to have seen Matthew Lawrence in a horror film, but I don't know if he ever would have done one.
Yeah, I can't see him being
Or
in
there,
a horror movie.
there at least maybe it might probably a comedy horror, but that'd probably be the only way he'd do it. And even then, I cannot ever imagine him in a Scream film. That would be too weird.
I mean, if any of them, I could see him maybe in Scream 3, only
Hmm.
because that
Oh
one was
yeah.
a little bit more lighthearted than the others.
Hmm. Oh wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Val, for reminding everybody about the like button. And
Val is the best.
yep, she's a general. Behave. And well, I'll go ahead and if we want to get ready. If any of you are interested in staying, go ahead. You can get that and let us know if you're going to stay. Whenever you go ahead and just make sure you get through the ad or whatever before on Tubi if that's what you're using or whatever, and then you can hit pause and we can start in a little bit. Just let us know in the chat, like with a little one of the emojis or something that you're ready to go. And we'll start when you guys are ready. I've already got mine ready. That's the only thing I like about iTunes is that you can't pause those films. You can pause them, but after about maybe 30, 40 seconds, is the lip syncing is off, completely off.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
So it's like, okay, so usually when I do, I just stop it because it plays at the same spot. It saves your spot. So, but I love Voodoo. Sometimes I've had to buy some things on Voodoo because iTunes doesn't have them. And I think the last one was the nobody had the except for Voodoo had the unrated version of Cursed. And that's an interesting one, unrated. If you haven't seen it, wow.
I've been wanting to see the one where they were going to have Skeet Ulrich in there.
Yeah.
That would have been really interesting.
Yeah,
I do like Jesse Eisenberg, though. I'm not going to lie. I do like him, but I'm curious how it would have been with Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, it's interesting how there's some of those movies. Yeah, it's amazing when you wonder originally cast people or was one that was always a lot of even classic films. I still can't to this day get over the fact that they picked before Judy Garland. They picked Shirley Temple for Wizard of Oz. I cannot imagine that thing. Her as Dorothy.
No. Judy Garland was made for Wizard of Oz as Dorothy.
Oh my gosh!
No one could sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow like that woman.
She did. Yeah.
I mean, it still sends chills down my spine when I hear it.
I love that. Oh, I love that film.
Did you see her version of A Star Is Born?
Yes, that's to my opinion, the most underrated of all of her performances.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I have the uncut version, the 3.5-hour version.
Oh my god,
that would be so amazing. Her and him, and oh my gosh, and James Mason. I can do imitations too.
Yeah, I love. The only one that I haven't really watched is the oldest one.
Oh yeah, there's one before that. Yeah, they were the second one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one, or there's a lot of them I haven't.
I hope you've seen the Barbra Streisand one.
Oh heavens, that's for sure.
Yeah, that one was amazing. Chris Christopherson.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't mind. I loved the Lady Gaga one. The only thing I just didn't care was how they all this just out of nowhere they finally the ending happened and it was like, what? You just wrap it up and wait a minute, and it just was like almost too fast, too soon.
Yeah, they made it like really dark, but then, poof, done.
Yeah. She was wonderful in it, but yeah, it was amazing to me and what she did. And
it was really good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's something I'm trepidatious about the new Wicked film. I can't remember the director's name. He directed In the Heights and Crazy Asians. I can't remember. Crazy Rich Asians with Wicked. I love that musical. It's one of my favorite musicals. I can't remember. It's been 20 years now. It's been on Broadway. but they're doing it in 2 parts, and I'm like, oh, so they're going to do more than just the musical. They're going to go into the other parts of the novel. I'm like, oh, hope they don't. Please, we
So,
don't need Wick of the musical needs Lord of the Rings.
oh boy. Yeah, I never really cared for Lord of the Rings.
It's like, yeah, they made a musical out of that, and I can't believe that. I go, I'm glad I never saw it. In London, they've got a lot of weird musicals out there. They made a musical out of American Psycho. I'm like,
Yeah, that's weird.
I could see Evil Dead the musical because that can be a parody or a comedy, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But I guess they say you can see it on YouTube, but
That would be very very interesting.
Carey the musical, yeah, that was I couldn't. I walked out of the theater. I mean, it was weird because it was Betty Buckley played the mom, which was interesting. Her going from the teacher, the coach, to the mom. But they had added music, and I love musicals. It's one of my favorite things. A lot of people don't, but I love them. But they added songs, things that you got into her head, got into what really made her tick. And I'm like, I really don't know if I want to know what makes her tick. This is really spooky. And it just went into her whole with her husband, and it actually expanded it. It was interesting how with her husband and how he abused her and religious trauma, and still didn't excuse what she did to her, but it was just a weird musical. And when we saw it, we didn't realize when we left intermission that it didn't continue. It actually closed.
Oh,
5 minutes after we left. Yeah. Now it's just got this big cult following, but that makes some weird. It's like, what next? Pet Sematary the musical?
God, I hope not.
Beetlejuice worked, but other than that,
Beetlejuice could work. Like in a Tim Burton. Well, it is Tim Burton, but maybe like in that kind of way, like a very colorful, vibrant, whimsy kind of.
Oh yeah, that was actually very inspired by his. They had the whole set; it would change. They even had the big worm. Oh, I couldn't believe it. He rode that thing on stage, and but the difference was they couldn't have the car wrecks on stage. So they had this part where they fell to the floorboards, and it's a trap door. But I'm like, what? I was like, what just happened? They're just standing all of a sudden. They're gone. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, cool.
That's how it was so cool how they did it. And the only thing I didn't like was him. They had him. Oh my gosh. I think I stopped about 40 F-bombs. I'm like, okay. Yeah, Michael Keaton was funny, kind of naughty at times, but no, come on. That's enough of that word. And that
yeah,
was
he didn't do that.
That was ridiculous, but he was a good actor, but they've done some good, like Little Shop of Horrors is fun, but they've got some weird ones. Yeah, Elton John made a musical out of Anne Rice's The Vampire Lestat. I wish he hadn't.
I mean, I don't mind Queen of the Damned.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did that very well.
Yes.
And Aaliyah, oh my God. In my opinion, she's one of the best portrayals of a vampire.
Oh my gosh, her walking
She did an incredible job.
Out of that burning bar. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
That's so amazing. And oh yeah, there's lots of things amazing. Well, hopefully everybody gets started. If you want, we can go ahead and get started. And we might as well get started. It's been 45 minutes into. Yeah, we do this. We talk all the time. What the heck? Katie was here, would have gone longer. I love her.
I know, she's amazing.
It's amazing. She keeps saying, Matt, every time I say, I love you, and she says, I love you more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're like third graders.
That's how we are. That's why she's my partner in crime.
Yep. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Alrighty, let me get ready here, and we'll count down from 5 here.
I'm curious if our ads are going to be similar.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They're usually not the same ads, but...
Well, probably not, but...
And, just 1 second before we...
Aw, thank you for subbing, Sean's sister. Do we get to know Sean's sister's name?
Sorry, I had to sneeze for a minute there. Wow.
No, that's fine.
And,
human bodily functions.
Yep. Let me get everything ready. Okay. And don't forget about everybody who's watching to get your subtitles on. Yeah, I've got my volume down pretty low, so hopefully it will not pick up anything.
I will let you know if I hear anything.
And yeah, it's pretty low, so got closed captions, so it doesn't really matter.
Aw, her name's Joanne? Well, thank you for subbing, Joanne. Very kind of you.
Okay. Well, are you ready, Carey?
Ready when you are.
All right, I'm going to count down from 5. If anybody needs a timestamp, just let us know in the chat. All righty, I'm going to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Haven't seen this movie in so long.
Yeah, it's been quite a while for me, too. Village Roadshow pictures, yeah.
I know, I missed that company.
It makes me want to dance.
I know, it's like swing music. They don't make intros like this anymore.
They don't. What was I watching today? Oh, Down with Love. It's another one of those. I love that film.
Is that the one with Julia Stiles?
I think it might be another one that has Ewan McGregor in it.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I forgot about that movie, actually.
It's like similar to this.
I remember liking it, though. I'm cheating. I'm looking at... Oh, Renee Zellweger. Oh, okay.
That's right.
Sarah Paulson. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? You might inspire me to watch that because I haven't seen it in so long.
Oh, I know. I did a production of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. We did it in the style of that film.
Oh, cool.
It was so much fun.
Oh, this is cute with the shadows. Yeah. It's so creative.
It is. You know you're in for a lot of fun.
Yeah, they don't do it like this anymore, really.
You just get into the movie and get it over with.
Pretty much. I mean, I normally don't like long intros, but I mean, this one at least keeps you entertained.
It does.
Because it's already at the director, and there you go.
Oh, here we go. I had sites in Chicago. Yep, that's right.
Even that overhead shot is really good. There he is.
I love their relationship in this.
I know. I love their dynamic. And then his friends at his place. They're funny too. Oh, why did he have to say hot tub? Oh my god. No. I love that he calls him Oski.
Yeah. Does that ever really work?
Kicks him in.
Yes. Aw, yay!
I know, she looks adorable. Am I the only one that always noticed, like, how I just loved her wardrobe in this?
Yep.
I always, like, noticed that.
Sounds kind of weird, but I always thought when I saw this, I thought, yeah, this is the side of Sydney if she never had went through her trauma. This is what she'd be like.
Probably. Which is sad.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of hope that she doesn't end up with him, though.
Oh no, no,
I would not
Kincaid
want
all the
Sydney
way.
to be with her.
Nope, nope. I'll be with Kincaid.
Yes.
Dr. McDreamy.
Some people don't get their like chemistry in Scream 3. I
Yeah,
loved it. I
did
loved
too.
it. I love her shoes. I
Long
remember
suffering
her in movies
secretaries.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, the long-suffering secretaries have all the information in the world. They could bring the world down if they wanted.
Mm-hmm. And they know all the secrets and everything. Aww.
Hmm.
The secretary takes it wrong.
Yep.
Especially with him saying before he starts singing or something.
It's something Shakespeare would have written if he was alive.
Nice. Yeah, humor. You should try it sometime.
Yeah. Oh, good grief, I remember this. It's like, really, people? Yeah.
Aww. He looks like a doofus.
It was like 24 years ago when this came out. Oh my gosh, we still haven't gotten that far from with artificial intelligence. We're almost the same. Even Apple's the same thing. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, it hasn't really moved much. I'm curious. Okay, so Three to Tango was 1999.
Yeah.
I still need to see Drowning Mona.
I've never heard of that movie. I have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, Danny DeVito. Ooh, Bette Midler and Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, come on. That's
There
a
we go.
all-star cast right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see that. I was curious around what other movies was she doing around Three to Tango? The Craft was a couple years before that.
Love that movie.
Ooh, and Scream 3 was literally a year after Three to Tango.
Oh, that's right.
So no wonder her hair kind of still looks the same.
Yeah.
Buddha Bomb.
Yeah. Come on. People do that to me all the time. I hate it. Not the Buddha.
He rocks.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't seem all that spiritual.
Echo.
Okay, is there a reason why they have Scream 7 in her filmography? Did someone just like throw that in?
Okay.
Are they all laughing at him?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's so weird.
He is really beautiful. I love his hair.
Who, Matthew?
Yeah.
He always had great hair. Ouch.
Wow.
Your own budget.
Jeez. That stuff's expensive.
Yeah. Damn. Some big ass.
Something.
I don't like that they just insinuate.
Yeah. Just yeah.
Nowadays, if they did that, they'd be like, oh, that's, brotherly love. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I thought Matthew I loved about it is anytime I see him, he makes me giggle. I don't know why. He just does. He just. What? No, does it matter? It kills me. The assumptions people make even today is so funny. I find it hilarious now.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Just be open with yourself and, like,
Yeah.
love is love, whatever. Who cares?
I love this. I forgot. That's right. She was a glassmaker.
Yeah, I always found this part intriguing.
She has a vulnerability about her that she always has had, and it works so well for Sydney in all of her roles.
Yeah, I agree. She was even really good in Wild Things.
I love that movie.
I think she's actually like my favorite character, especially with how that ends.
Yep.
I'm like, she better be at the end.
Yeah. That's why she was treated. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I remember him. Big grotesque muscles. Mm.
I love good stuff like that.
You been working out? Click the pen. Oh, now he clicks the pen. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Put the foot back in the mouth.
The one where there's a misunderstanding. They're like really opposite. I always thought that they're very, very opposite.
He was really big at playing these type of roles, except for Steel Magnolias.
Who?
I can't remember his name.
Dylan
Yeah.
McDermott, I think his name is.
Yeah. He was Julia Roberts' husband in Steel Magnolias.
Was he a dick in there too?
Oh, he was an incredible person. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. That's why it's in my intro. You ever seen it?
I don't think I have.
Oh, with Dolly Parton and Libby Dukakis and Shirley MacLaine. Oh my gosh.
Well, I do love them.
Daryl Hannah. A very strong female ensemble drama. A comedy. It's very funny.
I'll have to check it out.
This is it's funny. The guy, he's very. As I said, this completely obliterates stereotypes. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Does he not pay attention? There you go, light bulb. Oh well. I love Oliver Platt. Yeah. I love him in Lake Placid.
Oh yeah. I loved him in Three Musketeers too. Oh my gosh.
Three Musketeers. It's been so long that since I've seen that one. What does he have, a curfew?
Hot chicken, yeah.
He says I'll go second. That's funny. Oh like I'll let someone else take it first, but I'll go second. I love the originality of this one.
Mm-hmm. This, I remember. This is where I see that statue before. Okay.
He's trying to see what he's looking at. Oh, nice. She's giving him the dirtiest looks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Perfect way to meet someone for the first time.
Yeah.
You saved me. Ouch.
But that could
She always has the cutest smile, though.
It does, though. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why he gets away with it.
Wow. He just like what he mowed over that.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Now he notices.
No worries, Horror Cat Dan. And I understand that one. We all are content creators. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Keep
Gotta find the
going.
time to finish the video. There are videos and. Yeah, she's just like this in person. She's like this in person. It's so sweet. Never forget that when I got to meet her up here in that Fan X. She just was so sweet, and I usually don't lose it in front of famous people, but I just was so honored to meet her finally, and I was just crying all that, and she just took away from her table, came and gave me this huge hug.
Aww.
She was even crying too. She said she just appreciated people that loved and enjoyed the work, and they still. It's amazing how surprised they really are still. How the Scream franchise has held on for so long,
Yep.
and I told her
And the fact that it's a solid franchise.
So that it's just a memorable, yeah. Just that she's so memorable in it. They're all just so memorable in it, and when I did my video, that's the only thing. That's why I said yes and no about being the most consistent. It really is for the most part. Just that the ending, but other than that, it still was very consistent. Still consistent.
Yep, it's very solid. And the shenanigans begin.
Yep.
Whoa. Hey, they shouldn't have to pay.
No.
You did not. So he throws a shoe.
Ah, my first ad.
Hey, I got an ad too. I think our ads are
This is-
going to be in sync. Okay, I got a second one. I can't believe like how I don't know if you have the same ad as me.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh,
I think
I'm
they're
back.
different.
Are you?
Almost. I think I'm getting a third one, but it looks like it's the last one.
Do you want me to pause?
No, that's okay. Usually we're only about 10 to 20 seconds behind each other, so
And she lost her shoe.
yeah, now where she's still trying to. That's 3 sounds at once.
Now they're at the restaurant.
That's not too bad. Yeah, she just lost her shoe in front of the restaurant, so how far I'm behind you then?
I love their dynamic.
I couldn't stand it when my mother made tuna casserole. The smell was so bad.
Yeah, I can't imagine how those smell.
Something about baking tuna that just, yeah, that smell was horrible.
Ew, she said it looks good. Mm. Now they're gonna be trauma buddies. Oh, look at. Mm. Yeah, that's not gonna help.
Oh.
And there it goes. Oh.
Talking blue cheese. Does it better than this?
I told you they're trauma bonding.
I can't whistle like that. Oh my gosh, I wish I could.
Upper 40s is a good Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
I'm guessing you're at the part where he got hit in the balls.
Yeah, now they're yeah, I'm at, oh my god, I'm at 27 to 28.
Hmm.
Oh, her smile. Oh my gosh.
I like how he knows.
Down here. Oh my gosh.
I love their conversations.
Yeah.
Aww.
This poor girl. Oh my gosh.
His personality is so weird.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Cleansoderm. 72 L nitrous. Dialogue. Apparently, he has issues with his kidneys.
Yeah. That poor girl intern. I feel so bad for her.
I know, she's only left with one. And she just starts sobbing whenever he looks at her. Oh. I'm guessing you got to the kidneys part.
Oh yeah, past that now. Yeah, she's in her apartment now. But yeah, I forgot about that.
I know, I love that line.
I know, I feel his pain. The older you get, the worse that gets. I think that's why they work so well in this film together, because they're both that type of personality. You just can't help but fall in love with them.
I know. She has that presence.
That'd still be my favorite moment, though. And actually, when we were taking the group photo with all of us and all of them, and Matthew Lillard turned to me. He goes, "I'm hurt. You're not touching my butt." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And
Matthew Lillard wanted you to touch his butt.
And I was like, "You have to forgive him. He wasn't potty trained well, and I just about died." But I wish I'd been able to be on set with these guys.
I would have said, "Don't mind if I do." You want hand on butt? I can give you hand on butt.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, we actors, we just turn everything into an innuendo.
Did you see Five Nights at Freddy's yet?
I did.
Did you like his performance?
It actually scared me to death. It freaked me out more than Stu. Stu was funny, but he really freaked me out. It was very reminiscent of Saw for a certain point. That's that little tiny bit. But the one that I did like about it was it's like anybody has any doubt that he can't step back into Stu's shoes, yeah, he can.
That I would never underestimate that he could step back into that.
Yeah, I never had a problem with it. Yeah, it just is. I'm interested in what they do further with it. It was wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. But of course, PG-13. They're not gonna. Yeah, they got to consider the kids, but I'm going to see the movie. But there's still moments in that I'm like, ugh, if I want little kids seeing that.
Yeah, I know the potential that Matthew Lillard can. I know what he can do as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like whoever directed it, I didn't look it up. I feel like the way they directed him, something wasn't resonating, or something wasn't. Because I know that he can do much, much better than that.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where he kind of seemed cartoony. But
Mm-hmm.
it's PG-13, I get it.
Yeah. It wasn't where with Stu it was still cartoony, but it was more, it went quickly over into the complete insane realm. That was just terrifying. This was like stayed in the scurry goofball way in it.
Yeah, the implication of like what his character did, it was creepy.
Yeah.
But I feel like it didn't really land as much as it should have.
Yeah, it does feel a tiny bit to me somewhat of bit rushed, the filming.
Because I'll tell you one thing. Have you seen The Curve?
Which no, I haven't. I haven't seen it. Nope, I haven't seen that movie.
Whew. Matthew Lillard as Tim.
Mm.
You think that Stu is good? He is incredible as Tim in The Curve.
I'll watch. Go sad to see that movie.
You got to see that because it's with Carey Russell and Michael Vaughn.
And the first movie I ever saw him in was Salt Lake City Punk. SLC Punk, which he was good in that.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I recognize
Another one that everyone sleeps on is Dish Dogs.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I have got to watch this. Catch up.
Well, it's older.
Yeah.
And it's considered an indie film. It has Shannon Elizabeth, Brian Dennehy, Sean Astin, and Matthew Lillard.
Mm.
Now, they're all really good in that. And Sean Astin and Matthew Lillard, their dynamic is just amazing.
Have you ever seen Reefer Madness?
No.
That one, she's in it. It's not a big role, but she has a big song and dance number. She really shows off her chops in it. It's a funny movie.
Nice.
It was made as a musical, but they made it making fun of an old actual propaganda film made in the black and white era that against marijuana use and it was so ridiculous and over the top. So they made this one really over the top. It's quite funny.
I love over the top.
Her brother, who's really cute, is the main guy in it, but she has a cameo in it. And this is the gal that runs a soda shop, and this is a big dance number, and
I mean, I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
That one used to kill me back in the 90s. Yeah, it's like, what you do in your bedroom? And it's like, not just about that, people. It's only a penny portion of it. Yeah, this poor guy. This is my favorite moment. Here we go. His life's about to. It's not pigeons. It's roosters. Chickens. This is so funny. His dinner. Really?
Why is he screaming down the street?
Oh, now I'm ahead of you. That's so weird.
Oh, Did I over pause it? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I paused it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's at Oliver Platt's house now, yeah.
Oh, are you ahead of me now? Apparently I'm bad at
4132.
4132. Oh, wow. I'm at 411314.
Yeah.
There. I'm at 4135.
Okay.
Am I closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
4150. Oh my gosh, we're at 42. That's so weird. Regular, normal? Normality is so overrated.
What's overrated?
He said, I was just a normal guy. And I'm like, normality is so overrated.
Nowadays it is.
Never understand that male dynamic. No problem with homosexuality as long as it's between two women. What? Kneecap you.
Or kneecap you. Are they having the whole conversation right with?
Yeah, with everybody there. I love his hand gestures. in the big gay bed, and he was slumped.
But I don't wanna.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. They even did that with Chandler.
Yeah.
I could get a Brian.
Gosh.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh God. I've got ads again. Okay, that's all right.
Oh, I got an ad. Did you?
Yeah. It paused at 44:17 when it started. I can pause if you want me to.
I'm on my second one. I'm hoping this is the last. Oh, it says here video will resume after the break. Which
I'm
we'll
at
never
44:19,
know.
and they are watching the football game. They show the thing with the third number 36. So when you get to that point, you can tell me. I can unpause it.
Okay.
This isn't that long of a movie.
I'm on my third one.
I didn't know there was more than 2 Creepshow movies. I knew the series, but
I've seen, oddly enough, the second one.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay. What scene are you on?
My timestamp is 44:26, 27,
Okay.
28.
I'm just a tiny bit behind you, but not too far. I forgot it. This is one of my favorite parts of this show, the Ponderosa joke.
He's such a weirdo.
Did you just call him a hot little piggy? Really?
Yeah.
Really, Alicia?
Mm.
Yeah, like that really happens.
Yeah. She's probably like, well, they talk about me.
Can I move in? Sure.
Mm.
Oh, the timing. Are they all gay? No.
Oh. Why would she bring him tuna?
Wow.
Ooh.
I didn't.
You didn't go torque free.
Nope. I had the jacket with all the pins of all the rock groups. Yeah, I was, yeah.
Oh,
But
come on. That sounds awesome.
I had all of them. My first concert was an Adamant concert.
Was that what?
Adamant. You've probably never heard of him. He was early
No,
80s.
actually, I haven't.
Yeah. He was early 80s. And then B-52s and, oh, yeah. The Go-Go's.
I was gonna say I know the B-52s and the Go-Go's.
Oh, so gay. Cyndi Lauper, yeah.
Cyndi Lauper. I lived vicariously through my parents when I was younger, so I not only enjoyed the '90s music and the 2000s, I also enjoyed my parents' music.
Uh,
My mom's still a huge Genesis, Phil Collins.
mm-hmm.
She loved the girl groups, Expose. She loved Debbie Gibson, Cyndi Lauper,
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany, Laura Branigan.
What's the one song that was a while back that everybody got so annoyed with was that's more than long ago, was the Call Me Maybe. I'm like, oh, you guys have nothing. I said,
Mm-mm.
try back in the 80s with it's like, with Mickey by Tony Basil. That song drove me nuts.
Oh, you hated it? I
I
played it
loved
over and
I
over.
loved it, but it's just after a while now I'm like going, oh my gosh, it's still,
Believe it or not, when Bring It On came out with Kirsten Dunst, they revived that song because it
mm-hmm.
was on the soundtrack and I played it over and over again.
Oh my gosh. I actually still have a lot of those out. I still have my Go-Go album, Stray Cats, and Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
It's one of my guilty pleasures is Xanadu because it combined the 80s and the 40s music, which are a lot alike. Those two
That's
generations.
when it was music.
Nice shot.
Of his butt.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I just bought one of my favorite on video. My favorite. They don't do too many of them, but they capture a lot of times some live musicals on stage, and one was the musical version of Kinky Boots. And Cyndi Lauper wrote the score to that. It's
What?
amazing. Yeah, it's a musical version of Kinky Boots, the old English film, and she wrote the whole score for it. She's an amazing
Oh, wow.
songwriter. She won the Tony Award for it too.
Does she have an album for that anywhere?
No, yeah, you can get a cast album of Kinky Boots, the original Broadway cast. Mm-hmm. I actually have it. I want to do a watch party one time. You can rent it. It's amazing to watch it on stage.
See, that's one thing that could be very interesting for your channel is the fact of theater and doing musicals. Because not a lot of people really follow that. Not a lot of people really talk about it.
And that's a lot where I'd love to get Steven one time on a watch party one time just to explain what musicals are about, because they're really meant to be seen on stage. I mean, most the old movie musicals are great, but some of the newer ones they just don't work on because the mediums don't work filming live theater. They just don't work. They're just different. They're great, both great and wonderful. They have different purposes, different ways of reaching their audience.
Now, would Chicago be just as amazing on stage?
It was that the recent production they did was, yeah, they set it in like the, the band on stage, but they made it look like this prison, this jail cell.
Hmm.
And they all performed. It's similar to what they did in the film. Very like this. Everything's a dance number, and it's really well
Now,
done.
believe it or not, Mr. Cellophane is my absolute favorite.
Yeah,
And I am floored at how amazing John C. Riley
he
did.
was. He was amazing in that part.
Yeah. I mean, I knew he had it in him, but
You
he
don't
was
realize
amazing.
on stage that was actually written in the 70s.
Mr. Cellophane?
Oh, the whole show, Chicago, that whole musical came out in the 70s, the original stage version of it. And still timely today. That's fame and crime and
I'd love to see that one on stage.
yeah, it's still playing on Broadway. Still, oh my gosh, it's been playing forever. Of course, I actually have. You can rent it. I have a rant on live on stage. They captured one of the final performances of it.
Hello, Chris.
This is so cute. I love this scene.
Yeah, then he falls asleep on it.
Aww. Well, tell me what you like.
He says evidently.
Oh, we're not there. We're right almost in sync now.
How in the world does that happen?
Oh, I know. What happened with Stephen and I on the streams too? We got in sync again.
Yeah, he's very funny in Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Chris in your chat was saying that he was funny in Lake Placid.
Yeah. He was. Hey, Chris. Nice to see you. I always found it funny that.
I like how he lets him down very easily, very softly, gently.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have freaked out and he could have said, "Hey, but no, he did it very gently and in a very sweet way. Really is a sweet moment. He just
Oh. Aw.
who falls asleep like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have an ad. Did I end up getting more ads than you?
I don't know. Now I've got an ad.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
The thing I love about Lake Placid is the fact that. Have you ever seen the movie As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson? And
I have. It's just been a while. I love Jack
I
Nicholson.
remember that Betty White was actually supposed to be playing Helen Hunt's mother, but she turned it down because she couldn't be a part of a movie that would do that to the dog, what they did to the dog in the beginning. And the people said, "Well, you did Lake Placid." She goes, "That was a cute little dog. This was a stupid cow. I love her."
That was a stupid cow. I like how he says, "Are you decent?"
Yeah, I'm still.
Nobody says that anymore.
I used to say all the time, it's like, well, I'm clothes. I'm not that decent. So it looks like hopefully we haven't had any echoes. So. Aw.
I haven't organized my thoughts on that. Bee stung lips? I was reading the subtitles and I'm like, who says that? Pouty lips, maybe.
His reaction to this. Now he looks about nice. Okay.
What? Wait, is he on the radio saying this? Oh, this is hilarious. This part's funny.
Oh my gosh. Ew. A basement with a broomstick? What?
Are we way off now?
Oh my god. I'm at 59:44.
Oh wow, I'm at 1 hour and 42 seconds,
I
43,
just
44.
saw the newspaper article about him being gay.
He gets electrocuted. Hmm.
Oh, what happens to his parents here? It's so hilarious.
What? Why would she give that look? That's weird.
Yeah, it's dubious to know. Surprised he didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah, I know. But he might discover that he likes pain a little bit more now. Because what he was talking about earlier.
This bus scene. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. I love the
Believe
way
it,
he explains it to the other girls, too.
believe it or not, this has happened to me more than once. It's sad.
The wall treatments.
Oh my gosh. Ding, 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 ding. Get me off this bus. Yeah, this scene. Oh my gosh. The football game.
Yeah.
It looks. Wall treatment. Really, Alexia? Do you have anything more original? Oh,
His mom.
my eyes are so dry.
Yeah, because he's not throwing everything.
Yeah. Laugh.
He puts a bucket on his head. She is way too excited.
I can happily say my father's reaction was not like that. Quite the opposite.
I was gonna say, I hope not.
Yeah, it was
I
very
hope
nice,
no one puts
actually.
a bucket on their head and
That's not my dad's stuff.
I'll never forget my sister. My sister, for some reason, was afraid to tell me. And when she did, I was just like, okay, and?
Yeah.
Like, I love you just the same. You're my sister, you're my blood. I don't care who you love, and I You do you. I don't want you to pretend you're something that you're not. Be yourself.
So I was very lucky in that department. My parents were the same way when it was ironically the fact that I didn't trust them enough, but yeah, they were the last people to know. But when I finally said that to them, whenever and they looked at me and looked at each other, looked back, and I went, and like really, like we couldn't tell, you know. Especially my mother, she knew us kids very well. Yeah, this,
Better when they just embrace it
yeah,
and they take it. Because you should love someone. It doesn't mean that they change. You are
no,
who you are.
yeah, yeah. This whole girls' party thing, yeah. There is a reason why gay men have girlfriends.
I know, they all seem really fun.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you do need to dive into the estrogen pool just for sanity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I even love this scene. This scene is cute too. The way they look at each other, it's funny. Mm-hmm.
Slurp that martini.
Why do I feel like they were just so comfortable with each other on set? You
Yeah.
can just you can see it and you can sense it
Mm-hmm.
that they had such a comfortability with one another.
I'd like to. I don't think I have either.
I like that she says, "Do you think we'll be happy?" And he's like, "No, but what does it matter?"
One of my favorite lines was it in one musical I saw. It was a comedy. It was called "Funny Thing Happened Away at the Forum," and these two dingbat comic supporting characters looking at each other, and they're like, "Well, I guess for us this shall never be happiness. Well, I guess we'll have to learn to be happy without it." What?
I love it. I might actually steal that.
It's like what's the name in Postcards from the Edge is one of my favorite pickup lines ever. Was it Dennis Quaid? Yeah, Dennis Quaid. Yeah, telling Meryl Streep because he's a big fan of her. The characters is that famous actress,
Oh, love
and
Meryl Streep.
he's looking at her like, you're the most realist person I've ever met in the abstract.
What?
Okay.
I don't know how I'd feel if somebody told me that. And I would say, well, how abstract of you.
Yeah.
Knowing me, I would probably have a strange response like that.
Yeah. Right now.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Wow, guys.
I like how he's like, Dad, the bar's over there.
Find polyps while you're at it.
Mm. They're so cute. They have like the perfect chemistry in this.
Yeah, they are definitely.
I'm curious to hear what Nev says down the road about Matthew. Because I know that she's not going to probably say anything now because everyone's processing it. Oh.
Yeah, I love their model. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
That gets annoying really fast. Trust me.
What?
Flash bulbs, all that like that. It just. I had forgotten about this part.
Oh boy. Well, this just got awkward.
Yeah, this is an awkward.
He swings every which way.
He's a well-known trapeze artiste. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's such a dick.
Sometimes.
Oh, now I got an ad. Gotta love those ads.
Yeah.
Oh, I only had one ad. Okay. Well, that wasn't so bad. It's so sad that she's even adjusting to the being the side piece, pretty much.
Yep, definitely. Now I have ads. Oh, you gotta love them.
Well, now we might sync back up. Maybe.
Oh, what happens?
Unless if you have more than one.
Yeah, I've had this the second one I'm on.
Her voice is phenomenal.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised when I realized that she never actually went to ballet school. She was formerly trained as a dancer.
Yeah, Niv was in ballet.
Definitely.
I think she's in a ballet inspired movie.
Yeah.
Something company.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I have to say though, Center Stage is my favorite. If we're talking like
Hmm. It's amazing sometimes with women don't realize that a man that you're being his wife with you, he's going to do the same thing to you eventually. Men.
it's sad.
Yeah.
It's like they're only getting half of someone, which isn't
Hmm.
really fair.
Yeah, you can't mistake that.
Oh. This scene had to be hard for both of them.
Hmm.
Oh.
Been there, done that, bought all the t-shirts.
Hmm?
Been there, done that, bought all the t-shirts.
Bought all the t-shirts.
Yeah. This is the thing. Yeah. It's when I was my 20s. Yeah.
I love that he sees him vomiting and it reminds him of her. Of all things to be reminded of.
Hmm. Wow.
They're just making this really sad. Mm.
Mm.
What is he, our babysitter?
She's right.
He's not her babysitter.
Ow.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm really behind you now because now he's coming to the restaurant. Wow.
Is he really calling? He's calling them a friendship. Him and Amy.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh. At least his father's there. I gotta give him credit.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he wants to be there, but he's there.
I was gonna love that.
Uh-oh. Be honest, Oscar. and his look on his dad's face.
Oh.
It's like he cheated. Just say it. Be honest. It's what he wants. Oh. This speech is amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I love that this is reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. That's right, Kevin. His parents should be proud. Mm. Calls her a big drama queen. He kind of deserved that.
Yeah.
He's so funny. That's right. Punch him too. Fashionably attired.
Yeah.
Yes. He's too funny.
Nope.
Poor guy. Oh my god, I haven't heard this song in ages. Oh, I love that they meet back up at that restaurant. He's got a death wish. Ugh. He's got a death wish.
Some people do, I'll tell you. Oh my gosh.
Let her talk. Yes, let her talk.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm behind you.
I see that. And you're not even at the restaurant yet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, seeing that song speech is making me cry. Oh my gosh.
Let's get out of here. Oh, I thought she was going to say, let's get out of here. Oh, now she says it. Oh, he said the perfect answer. Aw. Ooh.
Perfect line.
Oh my god. It's so funny that that's how it ended. Which part are you at?
She just asked him outside the restaurant, so I take it you have kissed a woman before.
Yeah, and then he says the perfect line.
That's the right one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. That's when you know you've got the right person.
That's when it's more special. Why would she still stay with him, though?
Uh,
I like the one word that they end with for the movie.
not the red ones.
They bind.
Oh my gosh.
I love that that's how they end it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that movie.
I know, it was very enjoyable. I
Uh,
forgot how enjoyable it was.
they just, yeah. They make rom-coms like that. At
Yeah.
least I haven't seen any.
Not
Hopefully they're
original ones.
no.
This one's definitely original.
Yeah, because it's different circumstances, and yeah, I did that when I was in my 20s. Yeah, you go through
This
love and
goes
kind
to
of
show
stuff.
how amazing Matthew's acting was.
Yes, they both are perfect for with each other, and the chemistry and everything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they definitely played off of each other.
That's what we. At least that's what I was determined I was hurting. When I was getting my undergraduate degree in theater and film. In film, they called it softening. In theater, we call it being vulnerable. It's just letting go and being in the moment and just look into your scene partner's eyes and just talk. The lines are just muscle memory. It's just what's behind those lines. There's a famous saying that that the audience doesn't come to see a film or theater piece or anything to see the text. They want to see what's between the lines, that they can read the text at home.
Yep, that's true.
And it's people think it's not when you're young. Oh, that's not that easy. Yeah, it is if you just have to realize that you can use your talents in order to give a gift to people, the audiences and all that is something because it's a lot of times you can take audiences places where most people are afraid to go and just go there, be that vulnerable, and like in this situation where this happens all over, and people are not honest with each other about their feelings. And it's like, oh, you can save so many problems if you
Exactly.
just be honest with each other and not that's what makes things work. And sometimes it comes later in life, sometimes it comes sooner in life, but just, I don't think you ever stop growing.
Nope.
I hope
And,
not.
and if you do stop growing, then you're not going to get anywhere, really, because you're not going to learn anything.
That's what Matthew did really well with. He kept going on, kept learning up to the very last moment, and he just was living life and enjoying it. And I didn't know till you told me. I didn't realize it was a hot tub. I had no idea. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Something just so relaxing and calm, nothing big, just relaxing. Oh my goodness, that's so sad.
Yeah. It was behind his house, and his assistant found him.
Oh.
Called 911, and they said that he was already gone when they tried to resuscitate him.
And those hot temperatures that can cause, yeah, because even being sober like that stuff can take a toll on your body after a while, especially when you're our age in the 50s. It start to notice things falling apart. Not getting old, but it's just body isn't what it used to be.
Yeah. I think he was just exhausted and he fell
Yeah,
asleep and
yeah. Which that could happen to anybody, no matter what their age is.
yeah, that's true. That
It's
is
just the
very
heat,
true.
that extreme heat. I always warn you about that, like in the public sun, the hot tubs and all that. Just be careful. Don't, because it can make you very tired. It's just that nice, relaxing.
Exactly. I think that's just what happened.
Uh, he, yeah, that life is when you're working and out there. It's exhausting, long hours, and you need to get up early in the morning, and then especially when you're in a series. I don't know how they did it like that. You have the major stars of those series where you just get up so early in the morning and get in the middle of that traffic, so that it's a complete nightmare. Nothing's like that traffic in LA. Nothing, not even New York. That's a different type of traffic. In California, it's just you're trying to go to work and you're just tired, and when you're tired, you have to do almost the same many long hours to get home. It's long commutes are horrible. And I don't even know. I haven't even looked at his IMDb what projects he was working on before he was well, obviously with the strike happening, but
I didn't see anything. I mean, I know he was working on some theater, but I think that was a while back.
that was he did. He'd actually did a one man show in England about his life, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw it
Yeah.
on the I can't remember the one show, the one talk show, and he was on. That was a funny moment. Yeah, him and Miriam Margolis. That was hysterical. You can watch it on. I can't remember what the yeah. If you type in uh, Matthew Perry and uh, Miriam Margolis, it's MR. You can even misspell it and you'll still get it. It's really funny.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And yeah, it's amazing that it's what he did, and I love those. The forgot even to put those up. The one photo of him and Sarah put in the chat. Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah. And my mom sent me that one photo that I showed you.
Oh yes.
It's
Oh,
like I thought that you would like that, and I thanked her for it.
that's so neat. Gotta love photos like that when people have died. I remember when Jim Henson died, and yeah, I haven't been able to find. I know it's in storage somewhere, but I bought one of the lithographs of showing Kermit the Frog and his all dejected sitting on his log.
Oh,
And Mickey Mouse was sitting next to him with his arm around him. I thought
oh,
that was so sweet. And I
that
thought,
sounds sweet.
oh, all these major artists sometimes are just taken too soon.
Yeah.
Um, but well, thank you for coming on with me. Thanks for all those in the chat that stayed with us. Some of them did, some didn't last. That's okay.
Hey, this was fun.
It was fun. Thank you so much. I loved reminiscing about him, and life does go on, but it seems empty without him. We lose more every year.
Yep.
I know it's really weird odd with famous people. It's like they go in threes or fours. In this case, so man, I don't know what that
Oh,
is
it just
about that.
keeps coming. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and somebody like Suzanne Summers, who was brave enough in her own right with
Yeah.
being able to stand up to producers and say, I want to be paid equally as a man does, and boy, she took flack for that. She lost her job, and that was really sad. I never realized that almost to the day he died, he never really knew the full story. John Ritter, when they met later, so he said he forgave her. He really didn't understand the whole story, what
Mm-hmm.
happened there. And here's him leading the fight with his ensemble to get more pay, and now we're having the same problem. Hope they get that taken care of. Because I'm missing all these projects. These good projects coming up, and
Yeah, I know.
that's what's really sad when the whole big argument over Netflix and what their streaming service, and they don't want to pay them a residual, and so that's too much to ask for. And when they did the figures, I said that's less than 59 cents per subscriber. Really? That's what
They
you're
don't care.
complaining about. The studios don't care. It's eventually going to come back and bite them. I know it will, because now with the writers now, I'm starting to write and getting ready for projects, waiting for when the strike gets over, they can start. I said eventually they're going to be. My attorneys say the fact that's what's sad is that eventually you can. There's loopholes in there that you can look at. The writers can say, "Hey, you're jeopardizing our contract with you. Why not?" And I said it's going to be a mess if they don't do something. Oh my gosh, it's hurting everybody.
Yeah, it is.
And well, thank you for coming. Okay, so it's been fun. And is there anything new coming to your channel? Or...
For November, I am doing a second year of Harry Potter, and I'm doing it in honor of my friend and also one of our very own community members that we lost last year, Lee. I'm doing it in honor for her and for my friend Sandy.
I've heard a lot of stories about Lee.
They both loved Harry Potter.
Oh.
So I'm doing it in honor of them.
Let me go ahead and forget before I forget. It's in the description part of the stream. I'm going to put it in the chat. So everybody, if you haven't subscribed to Katie. She's got a great channel.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I'm so grateful to have you as a friend, Katie. This is a wonderful community.
It's an amazing community.
Oh my gosh, and we've got some plans eventually. I don't know if you know about it. Hopefully, we don't know when. We were going to do it last on Halloween, but I'm glad we didn't because it would have been way too late. But Val and I are planning to do a watch party for Rocky Horror, and her and I both have the script, the talkback script memorized.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
I thought it'd be fun. Everybody can join her if they want. And even though Val laughed, and she says, "As long as we can keep it clean," I'm like, "Yeah, right, Val."
That'll be very entertaining.
And it's like, oh my gosh, we'll eventually get that together. But we're trying to that. Just to maybe share some stuff for everybody here real quick, or what's happening on mine this weekend. And we've got this coming at for Friday. Yeah, we've got on the 3rd, we're going with Katie and I, hopefully we'll be getting together. We're going to be watching Prom Night on the 3rd at 8 p.m. Mountain Time with Jamie Lee Curtis. That's the original. It's our next episode of the marathon. And then Saturday the 4th at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a tribute to Piper Laurie. I've chosen for that watch party the wonderful movie called The Grass Harp. It's probably one of my favorites of hers. It's an all-star cast, huge cast. I mean, everybody's in it. And if you see in the photo, it's Walter Matthau and Edward Furlong. We also have Sissy Spacek playing her sister. And Jack Lemmon. Oh my gosh, the whole Doris Roberts. Oh my gosh. And so many great stars. That's what we're doing on Saturday. And then finally back on Tuesday, yeah, on the 7th, I'll be joined by Katie's, and I'm going to be joined by Stephen from Craving Something Scary. He's going to watch Terror Train with us, so we're excited about that. I have never seen that. So I have to. I think she made it almost. I think it was that one and Prom Night and Halloween almost back to back.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's like hand in hand. It goes like one after the other. That's why she was considered the Scream Queen.
Yep, definitely. And so that's what's up for the channel there, and hopefully we'll try to do some type of Christmas. Hopefully. I'm kind of going to kill myself, but that's okay. I have one that I want to share with. Speaking of Robin Williams, you can get it, I think, on Tubi. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's not one that's well known. It's called Noel, with Susan Sarandon and Robin Williams. It's a really, really nice one. It's a short one, but it's not too typical. It's not a rom-com. It's just a nice comedy drama. Most of it mostly a drama. And it's different stories wrapped around Christmas, and Robin Williams both of them do a great job in it.
They're both amazing.
I'll try to do that, and a couple other ones like with George C. Scott's Christmas Carol, which is my favorite. I'd love to do a watch party for Muppet Christmas Carol, but I'm like, Disney scares me.
You know, I think Matthew Lillard actually has a cameo in one of those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look further into it, but I'm pretty sure he's in one of the Muppet movies.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, but we'll hopefully be doing that, and then we'll see what happens in the new year.
Yeah, right.
And also, I guess it's Night Watch having his birthday bash tomorrow night, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll be doing mine. That's coming up on the 18th. So I'll be planning that one. It's on a Monday. That's such a horrible time, but Katie keeps telling me do it anyway and invite everybody. I'm like, okay.
Of course.
Trying to get together with Sarah one time. I meet with her to see if she could do whatever. I think it'd be fun if I could get even Stephen and Knight on the same channel, the same night on the stream. I thought of an idea for her because she does really good quizzes. Oh my god, she does really good challenges. Is to do one just straight horror, but what I would like to call it is I thought in my mind was the Clash of the YouTube Horror Titans.
That would be interesting to see.
Fun. The Night and all the big bearded entertainment, all those guys get together and compete.
Oh boy.
See, but I'm just trying to get them all.
Hopefully you're down for like a 5-6 hour stream.
Stream, yeah. I have the day off. Day, so yeah, so that's be a nice way to do it. Because my I go out with all my kids that night, the next day, so it'll be fun. We'll do a watch party on some type of movie or whatever, maybe. Who knows? But well, for everybody else, I'd like to thank you for being here and for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the movie. If you stayed with us to watch the movie or you enjoyed on replay, I hope you enjoyed on replay. Really want to thank the patrons out there, my subscribers and all that that has been supporting the replays. They've been awesome, the response, and I really appreciate that and your support of the channel. And once again, don't forget to hit the like button or the subscribe button. Don't forget that as well. And just to end out here, I'll see you later backstage when we get done, real quick. But I just wanted to share with you, and I always try to keep this a positive, like everyone else in the community. I want to keep these channels very positive and safe spaces. And I just want you to remember that that you are enough. You are more than enough, and it's amazing how enough you really are. Don't ever forget that. And also remember, that you are of infinite worth and that you belong. This world needs you in it. And don't let ever any of the foolishness out there steal your bliss. Until next time, this is Jason the Nice One, and we'll talk with you soon. Peace. Good night, everybody.
Good night.